Primary school is a time when there is great potential for the physical, cognitive, and emotional development of the child. Poor nutrition at this stage can have very long-term negative consequences. The objective of our research was to bring together the available information on nutritional outcomes of children in primary school and to add to it our own primary data. We selected 3 districts in Karnataka: Yadgir, Mysore and Mandya. We collected anthropometric information from the children, that is height and weight, and we also did a household survey. In addition, we did focus group discussions with mothers and teachers as well as individual in-depth interviews. Overall, our research found that 30% of the children in all locations were underweight for their age. There was a wide range in stunting, with 34% children in Yadgir being stunted and 23% in Mysore and 16% in Mandya district. There were 4 important findings. One, girls tended to have better nutritional outcomes than boys. Second, younger children in the age group 5 to 8 years were better off than older children up to 11 years. Third, there was a 10 percentage point difference between tribal and non-tribal children. And finally, children from smaller households with 2 or fewer children were better off in terms of nutritional status. Policymakers are an important stakeholder when it comes to improving nutritional outcomes for primary school children. First of all, they need to increase budgetary outlays for nutrition support programs. Secondly, they need to improve the outreach of those programs and coverage, because a lot of people get missed out in important nutritional programs such as the public distribution system and so on. And finally, they need to create policies that support traditional food systems, which sometimes can be more nutritionally rich than what is available today. Second important stakeholder is the program implementer. Program implementers need to focus their efforts on schools as the locus for nutrition support programs for young children, because now enrollment in schools has gone up significantly thanks to right to education and so on, and schools are an important space for implementing nutrition support programs. Third is the community. The community itself has resources such as the village health and sanitation committees, which have been established under the National Health Mission, which need to be empowered so that they can hold programs and policymakers accountable for what they have undertaken to provide in terms of nutritional support to the community. And finally, of course, is the household or the family themselves. They need to be educated on how to provide a nutritionally balanced meal to a child, and also to introduce greater dietary diversity into the household meals. In terms of future research, there is a need to look at proximal factors that implement nutritional outcomes, such as feeding practices, dietary diversity, dietary adequacy, and so on. Also of interest are larger structural issues such as agricultural policy. How does it support food security, nutritional security, food sovereignty, and so on? And thirdly is the issue of urbanization, migration, changing demographics. Under such situations, how much of household income can be allocated to food and who makes those decisions?